want to talk about darkness?
Yeah, I think so.
Narkness?
Narkness, that's pretty funny.
I'm working on it.
I know, I don't know what to call them yet. We'll find out.
Want to go up to the picnic tables up here in the sun?
Sure.
It's really pretty. Oh, it's on me?
Yeah. But I'm in here too.
Oh. But don't forget about me. Oh, I thought we were going to the picnic tables.
The picnic tables?
Yeah, that's what I just said. I said, do you want to go to the picnic tables?
Oh, I didn't know you meant those.
In the sun. What did you think I meant? You weren't paying attention.
No, I wasn't paying attention. I was just going to keep walking.
You were just listening loosely.
Yeah.
Check out the rain catcher. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All the flowers are dead. Good morning.
Howdy.
It's chilly.
Yeah.
You're just going to stay back there?
Yeah. Just keeping my distance.
Safe.
6 feet safe.
Oh no, I'm going to be sick now. Achoo! Ah.
It's fucking cold, actually.
Let's talk about, for now we'll call them the Dentsuit babies.
Okay, sure.
AKA, you all know one.
Okay, there's just this feeling that I want to articulate.
Articulate it for us, Dave.
Yeah, I don't know what to call them yet.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But there's that narcissistic type of person. And what it feels like is that they were sent here on purpose by God. And it's weird to think of it like that, but it's like the role that they have to play in this large orchestration that is good, which is why divinity sends them in the first place, is often causing chaos and destruction. Like they're like pawns in the game, and there's an understanding that they're going to be pawns in the game, and that the game is inherently destructive to those that are walking in life. Like there has to be an understanding of who they're going to be because they're so predictable.
I know. The scripts are bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime I'm working with someone and they have that energetic in their life, I know it so fucking well. And it's like, it's so obvious. I'm like, okay, so you're going to say this and then they're going to do this. And I'm like, oh my God, Miriam, how'd you know? It's like, because it's like that archetype, that energetic that works through people. We can call it narcissism. We can call it BPD. We can call it all the diagnoses.
Yeah.
But it is none of that. It's an actual energetic that runs people. They're completely identified with it.
Yeah.
And they're willing to just embody it and run the scripts. And it's all very predictable.
Yeah.
But how is it that there are like actual dark souls here? Like how God really lets dark souls in?
I know. That's the thing that got me thinking. And what I finally had to come to yesterday was that and we've talked about this before.
Every day I'm rustling. It's not going to like the sound quality. Okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm cold.
That's okay. I know, I'm cold too.
Okay. 50 degrees.
My sense is that, like, the beginning of Earth, whatever this current iteration of Earth is, there was an understanding, there was an agreement made with darkness of, like, send in your best and set it up. Set up what you think is better than my world, says God. Like, if you really think you can do better than the orchestration, that's fine. I'm going to give you this world, and it's yours, and you can go in, and let's decide who you're going to send in to set this system up exactly how you would make it best. So send your best, is the feeling. And even now, it feels like there's a provision of allowing the best to enter. Because when I check in about who has access to bodies and who has the ability to let souls into bodies, you can do as many dark rituals as you want. You can fucking slit the bloods of virgins and fucking pour them. You can do whatever, and you're not getting anybody in here. It is locked down like Trump wanted to lock down America but failed at. Like it is the ideal southern border to Republicans style of, like, there's no one that's ever coming across this thing. There's no one that's ever getting in a body that's not directly let in by God. So it feels like there's a provision where God goes, okay, send your best. And they plead, and they go,
I know, that's all I hear.
we need this general, we need this high-ranking official in our hierarchy to come in to maintain this system. And if we don't have him, then you're stopping us from doing what we want to do, and you're not playing fair. And they're bargaining in like a whiny kind of voice,
Yeah, that's the same.
with God.
Yeah.
But there are those people feel few and far between. Like, those people, to me, like, I don't know how many there are, but it's like hundreds or thousands is what it feels like to me. Like, it's not many at all. But then in all of our fucking lives, we all have that narcissistic, dark, slimy, like, I'm in it for myself, I'm here to win the game, and I'm gonna blow through whoever fucking gets in the way. Like, there's that. There's multiple types.
So many.
But there's just people that are dark, and they're embodying, and it's hard to be around, and it's such a downer,
Yeah.
and those people mean nothing to darkness.
Right.
And that's the weird thing, is like,
Right.
God sends those people here. Darkness isn't like pleading to get in the average narcissist in your life. Like, we don't know these people. We don't know the fucking actual generals of the dark hierarchy that are orchestrating and building the system that we are going to be living in 20 years. We have no idea who they are. We can pretend it's Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates, but they're fucking meaningless.
No, I know.
Meaningless.
They don't hit hard enough.
No, they're forward-facing public image of what ideally
Bad
darkness
is.
wants you to think is
Exactly.
bad, right?
Exactly.
Like, even that's a whole
Of
charade.
bad, yeah. Yeah.
But we don't really know those people. They're in hiding. They don't have internet profiles. They're just running things.
Yep.
But then there's the average narcissist in our lives, and they are sent here by God. That's what I was feeling through yesterday. And they have to be, because you can't get in here without direct divine intervention. Like, this place is one
Yeah.
created by divinity and is existing in the mind of God, but you can only get into this place also through the will of God. So they're sent here. So then the question is, like, why are those people sent here?
Yeah. Well, I feel like they're here for us.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
yeah, I mean, that's like spiritual boot camp 101. Like, you want to grow at a rapid pace, like, be in proximity with a narky BPD, and you're golden. And free yourself from it.
Yeah.
And you're golden, and you'll spot that energetic for the rest of your life, and you'll be free from it in perpetuity. And I
Yeah.
think that is such a huge part, a huge important piece about learning what it's like here and seeing things for how they actually are, not the fantasy of a 5D ascended rainbow light body or whatever the fuck people talk about. Like, there's a real groundedness to seeing how dark it actually is, and not defeated. Like, I don't mistake it for that. It's if anything, it gives me more like vigor to like do what I'm here to do and speak more boldly and say exactly what I'm fucking getting through my channel, and not censoring anything for anyone.
It's just a grounded understanding of where we are. Like, to avoid the facts of reality is silly.
Yeah. Well, that's what I feel like hashtag spirituality is.
Yeah,
Is
I
avoiding
agree.
what's actually here. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to be in that low vibe.
Yeah. Like, acknowledging the existence of darkness creates it somehow. That
Yeah.
you're that
It's like,
powerful,
oh,
that
no,
you
no, no,
are
no.
the source of darkness in the world. Yeah, that's not how it works.
Bananas.
Yeah.
There's other thing too. Like, I really feel that energetic thread of darkness, Satan, like begging God for like, wait, give me one more.
Yep.
Wait, what? But he's like not that strong. Like, I need another one.
Yep.
It's like it's like, oh God.
Yep.
And it's fascinating too to see those people that we know that aren't being utilized by, the New World Order or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just like regular people, everyday life people that we know that are toxic as fuck. It's weird to see them, like, they're not important to that higher dark agenda,
No.
to that hierarchy of darkness. They're not important to them. But all it does for us, I see God, again, just to reiterate, that's exactly why God sends them in, for us to grow at an accelerated rate.
Yeah, and there's a benefit to them too, right? Like, the ideally, in an ideal world, and the ideal path for them is they would recognize that darkness sucks, that it doesn't work as well as divinity, and that they also have access to the
Yeah.
ideal. And there are glimmers and there are moments where you can see these people and
Yeah.
who they really are and who they would be in God and who they would be if they were to allow the light within their soul to take over.
Yep.
And if they weren't to be so swayed by the lies of darkness, by
Yeah.
the psychology of darkness. But then you watch them actually make decisions and they continue to just walk lockstep with the whatever dark agenda is happening in that
lockstep.
moment. Yeah, lockstep with the lockstep. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, ideally they would wake up, and maybe that's the end game here. You know, maybe that's why they're here, is to witness darkness fail. Because if you are a soul and you have it within yourself to not to leave divinity for any reason,
Yeah.
like, this is a good place to be right now. I think God recognizes that. There's an understanding within divinity of, like, if darkness is compelling to you at all, you want to be here,
Yeah, go
right
to
now.
Earth.
Yep, and if you're willing to go, you can have a good time for a while, but then you're going to see that darkness is a failure, that darkness will always implode, that it will never work, that it will never be as ideal as God's ideal. That feels like the real reason why they're here, but the way they get utilized in our circumstances is so fascinating.
Yeah.
Because we all have, as intuitive people, we all have the narcissist in our life that fucked us up in just the right way and helped us to like build the inner solidity to be a person.
Yeah, and well, not just that. I mean, that's later.
Oh, yeah,
To build the inner solidity to be a person.
Sure.
First, you're a victim to it and have no idea.
Yeah.
And then you think you're the narcissist and there's something wrong with you, and you spend your entire life as an insecure intuitive.
Sure.
And then you meet David
Sure.
and Miriam, and then you build inner solidity,
Yeah.
and you're like, fuck yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's not, let's
Yeah,
not
well,
get
I'm
it
speaking a little bit
twisted.
aspirationally
Well,
here, but
yeah, well, let's bring it down to reality.
yeah.
But there was something else I was going to say that, I don't know, I totally missed it.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, they're the pawns of darkness. But what they don't realize is that they're also being used by God, right?
Right.
Like, there's a larger understanding that their existence here, whether or not they choose light, is for the benefit of reality here. And I think, honestly, I think you're right. It's that chaos. It's the chaos that they create in our lives that gives us the moments to go,
Well,
wait, something's wrong with this place.
That's what I was going to say. It's that energy that makes us so intuitive, and like we see the thing that we can see, you know, we can foresee things, we hear the thing that's not said, we're like scanning the energy all the fucking time in conversations. You notice like the most micro expression of someone that they have zero awareness of. Like, you're observant of your circumstances.
Yeah.
And that's because of being around that energetic for so long. Like, it's heightened all of our intuitive capabilities. But we have to unhook from those people in order to actually use those capabilities for good. Otherwise, those people will just suck us dry. And
yeah, it's only by overcoming them that our actual gifts come online, and we can be taken out by it. We absolutely
100%.
can be.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you break free, you see it everywhere because the energetic is so specific.
Oh my God, it's everywhere. The fact that it's even at the HOA, you know, it's like that's the lowest form of governance possible. Like, that's even lower than school board.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, it's like the lowest rung of the lowest rung, and it is like that energetic has infiltrated the HOA, the people on the board. It is so fascinating to me. I'm like, man, this shit is everywhere. And I can feel the energy. I've talked about this before, but I can feel that energetic thread drop in when we have our meetings. What are you going to say?
OPRs.
What?
Other people's resources.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's a little different.
Yeah,
it's a little
that's different. That's our spin on NPCs.
Yeah. Yeah, OPRs. Just repeating the other people's words, other people's ideas, other people's ideologies, fighting for other people's...
Narcissists are more manipulative and toxic, I think, than...
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
Blindly
You're right.
regurgitating
Yeah.
the talking points.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the through line for me is that they're actively choosing darkness. Like, I have a hard stop at how dark and manipulative I can be, and my desires go beyond that. I want more than I can bring myself to create here. I want more for myself than I'm willing to create through the status quo of manipulation. My desires go far beyond what I'm willing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
capabilities go far beyond what I'm willing to do. But there are people who their desires and their capabilities, as far as their desires and capabilities go, they're willing to go there.
Yeah.
No matter how dark, no matter how manipulative, no matter how fucked up it is. And that's the kind of person
Yeah.
where it's like they're willing to do anything to play the game. And,
Yeah.
and it's like you look at them and you're like, there must be something wrong with you. Like, don't you have that line? But that line is light, right? It's like, how can you leave light? How can you leave what you know to be right and true?
Yeah.
Like they're willing to play both sides depending on whatever's best for them. It's this self-serving paradigm where you see it and you're like, wait, how can you bring yourself to do that?
Well, it's just good business.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, it gets justified. It's the same thing with the affiliate link truthers.
Yeah,
It's all the
100%,
same.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the average successful person that you see, the archetype of success, they're
Which-
these same people.
But all of this, all these people and all their desires, whatever that even means, all has to do with money,
Yeah.
which is bananas because that's entirely made up.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's the tragedy of it, is they think they're winning the game. But the game itself is built by darkness and they're just pawns.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. 100%.
They're not creating anything here. They
And then there
truly
other
are
people's-
resources
Yeah. Yeah.
of darkness.
OPRs,
Yeah.
other people's resources. You can put that right up there with the calcifieds. We got a whole list of ways to
Yeah.
identify the fucktards here.
I mean, maybe that is it. Maybe it is. Maybe they are OPRs.
It's a little more.
I know. I'm just trying to stretch the definition so I just can stop thinking about what to call them.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I mean, pawns of darkness isn't bad,
Yeah.
but it's
I
like
mean,
they're,
we could
they're
call them
little,
all out by
but
first
they're
and
like
last
little
name.
minis. They're like little mini darknesses. They're like little mini Satans. They're not.
I know.
That's what's so odd, is realizing that these people that are destructive forces in our own lives to the actual dark hierarchy that's here, that's really running shit, these people
Useless.
mean nothing.
Useless.
They mean absolutely nothing. They're useless. And it's so odd to think of it that way.
Yeah. But if you don't free yourself from it, then you will never do your work in the world. Period.
Yeah.
Never. You'll
Yeah.
never do it. Which, in that regard, is a win for darkness. Like, give
Yeah.
darkness the tally.
Yeah.
Because you slowed down, you stopped, you gave up, you quit. You threw it all away because so and so
Yeah.
hooked you.
Yeah, you know where this started was, if you're in Members Plus, you have access to our topic talks, focused discussions on noteworthy topics. One of them is on the energetic of narcissism. That's the exact same energetic. What we're talking about there is the same thing we're talking about here. It's the energetic of narcissism. And that's why it's hard to call it a narcissist, because the term is so overused that it loses meaning.
I know.
But it's the energetic behind it. There's a script.
Yes,
And all
I
of these
know.
people are running on the same script. And that's what
yes.
makes it like they're pawns of darkness, or they're darkness's resources. They're like
Yeah.
they're being run by darkness, and they're doing it for their own selfish purposes. They think they're getting ahead. Maybe they are in some weird, made-up, fanciful version of reality, but in actual reality, they're just pawns. They're moving forward this larger agenda, and they have no idea.
And don't feel bad for them.
No.
And they have no idea.
They're here to
Oh, I
learn a
feel so-
hard lesson. That's the thing we have to recognize. When people aren't living into their light, they're here to live a hard lesson. And God, right now, is trying to fuck them up. God is trying to destroy them and like rip their life to shreds so that they feel the amount of pain necessary to think about what's happening in their life. Often, that's what's trying to happen, is God is actively trying to rip apart their life, burn down their legacy, make their whole life fall apart, because that's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
It needs to happen. Because their life is built on a lie. Yeah, feeling bad for them, one, it leaves another hook in us. That's just their way of continuing to hook on us. But two, if we're going to get in the way of God trying to crumble their life for their own benefit, then fuck, we're fighting God.
Yeah.
We
not
have to
worth
let
it.
them fall. We have to let them fall. And it's true even people that we want to help, people that are light and bright but aren't willing to choose themselves. We can't fight for them either. We have to let them
So
fall. We have to
annoying.
let people fall, because it's in the fall, in the free fall, where all their shit comes up and they can see truth.
Like, sorry, I let go.
Yeah.
Bye.
It's in the free fall that people see truth.
Yeah. Like, oh, did I hear something? No. Must be nothing. That's been a big thing for me. People that aren't toxic narcissists, but that people that just aren't willing to walk this path and do the things that are genuinely here for them. Even when they know it's the thing that's here for them, then we validate that that's the thing that's here for them, and then they don't fucking do it. And then we become the villain. I was talking about this yesterday with someone.
Yeah.
And the whole light litigators thing, I was like, yeah, we're not playing light litigators. Like, no. Like, if we push it to the point where, like, we're the villain, then, like, okay, bye. Over. Game over.
Yeah.
We did as much as we can do here. I hope someday you see the truth of all of this, but not my job anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out. But those energetics don't even really orbit in anymore. I don't even really work with people that are like that.
No.
Which is good. That shit's bananas.
Yeah, we'll talk more about this. This feels like a whole pocket of our work. It's not just starting. We've been talking about it for a while, but like giving it more of a name and identifying it and talking about it. It's like this thread, the little mini darknesses in so many of our lives.
Oh, yeah.
Feels like it's something that we need to hash out more.
Yeah, they're everywhere here, and they're accepted here, and they're praised here, and they like there's a whole system built for them to do well.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yep.
I definitely want to talk about it more.
Yep.
All right, now that my fingers are turning purple.
Yeah. Let's go walk for a bit. And
let's get some B-roll. Bye. Are you catching B-roll?
Let's try him.
Catch this. There you go. You're getting the hang of it.
I'm trying.
Oh, look at this big old tree.
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
See, it feels like that should be our small tree. That's what I'm saying. When the trees are too small, it's like this is a small tree, you know?
Say it again. What do you think about that?
I think this tree should be a small tree. Like, we should look at this tree and be like, oh my gosh, it's so small.
Yeah, but it's a large tree.
Yeah, it's probably the biggest tree on the property, but that's the problem. That's why I feel like
trees should be bigger.
The trees are too small. Something's not right. They wiped out too much. Like, why are the trees only like 200 years old? Why aren't they older? It doesn't make sense to me.
Because we burned it all down.
I know. Well, they did. That's exactly what happened. Or something. I mean, what was it, a fire? It's like, oh my God, I've never been seen before. Thank you, Miriam. You're welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome. See?
Yeah, let me back up even more.
Do I have camel toe? Can't see it.
Wow.
I know. This. This is the size of a small tree. Having a moment. We've just been lied to about so many things. This is nice. moss. Beauty, beauty. Our trees are too small. I'm not backing down from that. Crazy!
That's fucking awesome.
It's so pretty here.
Yeah. Gustame, gustame, gustame. And I don't know what to call them. I still don't know what to call them. Baby darkies. Dark ponds. The dark nights. Toddlers. Tantrum toddlers. The terrible twos. I don't know. We'll think of something. Everything is pretty huge here, now that you mention it.
Say that again?
Everything is pretty huge here, now that you mention it.
What do you mean?
Big? That's a big
Bush?
pine bush. It's fucking huge.
It might have a info on it.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh no, I lost him.
I'm not seeing any info. Hey.
Did you find the info?
No, I just thought maybe it'd be higher up. No, it's such a climbable tree. I have a vague memory of being a kid, and I used to climb my pine tree in the backyard, and I have a vague memory of falling maybe 10 feet out of the tree onto my back.
Oh gosh.
And like, I think I must have blacked out.
Did you get the wind knocked out of you?
I think I blacked out.
So even worse?
So, yeah. So, yes, I mean, I'm sure I got the wind knocked out of me. But yeah, I have this vague memory of just falling all the way out and then hitting the ground. I mean, it's soft enough, but...
So now did you just have a trauma climb?
Yeah,
Are you healed?
It. Yeah, I healed it. And now I'm fine.
Just now?
Yeah, now I'm fine. Before I wasn't.
We just witnessed.
I wasn't
You're
fine,
healing?
but now I am fine. That's what was wrong with me.
Yeah. So now you remember.
I am joyous. I am pure. I am calm. I am love. I am light and only light now. Blessed be the Lord. I love pine trees.
That's awesome.
Hey, this is a side note, but I love that we have your audio like the whole time, right? When you were there.
Well, yeah, because I asked about my camel toe. I was like, do I have camel toe?
Oh, really?
And then I was like, oh shit, I might.